Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into QuantConnect. You hear the name, you see the stats, over 300,000 engineers, what, $45 billion traded monthly?
Yeah, those are the headline numbers.
So the big question for us is, they promise this institutional grade trading infrastructure, but is it actually usable? Or is it just for, the coding wizards in finance?
And let's be clear right away, the sources we looked at, they flat out say this is not for casual users.
Not plug and play then.
Definitely not. It's
What-
built for serious coders, people who, as one source put it, really dream in Python and C#.
Huh.
It serves a very specific high-skill group.
Okay, so let's get into what makes it institutional. The core is the lean engine, right? Open source.
That's right. Battle-tested, they say, by like 150 engineers. It's running thousands of backtests daily.
15,000 backtests a day, apparently. And the speed, this caught my eye. A 10-year equity backtest done in 33 seconds. That seems genuinely fast for strategy work.
It is fast. And
Yeah.
there's the data. Oh, man, the data. One source literally called the library nuclear. Think 400 terabytes. Stocks, options, futures, Forex, crypto. It's all there.
Wow.
And it connects straight into, 20 brokers? Like Interactive Brokers, the big ones. Plus, you get alternative data from 40 different vendors.
So data and broker integration all in one place.
Exactly. That kind of setup.
Yeah.
That used to be strictly hedge fund territory, costing a fortune.
Right. Which brings us to the friction point. If it's so powerful and fast, why is the biggest complaint about the learning curve being vertical?
Yeah, that's the paradox, isn't it?
How does a 33-second backtest help if getting the code right in the first place takes forever?
Precisely. The complexity is real. We saw developers complaining that basic stuff, like just selecting the stocks you want to trade, universe selection, it took them hours.
Hours for universe selection.
Yeah, compared to, say, 20 minutes on another platform they mentioned. The killer is the iteration speed when you're debugging.
Okay.
Find a bug, fix it. Then you have to run another backtest to check. Even a quick test takes 20, maybe 30 seconds.
I see. So fixing a tiny typo means waiting half a minute. Again and again.
Exactly. It just grinds development to a halt, turns it into a real slog.
And that's tied to the architecture itself, the event-driven thing.
That's the core of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful for live trading, very efficient. Instead of running line by line, code only runs when something specific happens, a new trade, a price change,
Like triggers.
Right. Great for production.
Sure.
But if you're trying to learn or debug, it's totally counterintuitive. Things aren't happening sequentially. So figuring out why something broke is painful.
Because the error might depend on some event that happened way earlier, and it's hard to trace.
You got it. And the documentation, well, it kind of assumes you already get event-driven systems. Not much hand-holding there.
Okay, so there's significant pain. What's the game that makes people push through? You mentioned cost earlier.
That's the huge draw. Look, building this kind of infrastructure yourself, you're easily looking at over $100,000 a year, maybe more.
Right. Data feeds alone are expensive.
Exactly. QuantConnect gives you these institutional-level tools, but at retail prices. It's incredibly aggressive pricing.
What are we talking?
Well, there's a free tier, unlimited backtesting, just with delayed data, perfect for learning, theoretically.
And to go live.
Just $20 a month unlocks real-time data and live trading. $20. You still pay your broker fees, obviously, but no platform fees from QuantConnect for trading itself.
$20 versus $100,000 plus, that's quite a difference.
It's the whole value proposition. You're essentially buying time and saving a ton on data access.
And you see this split reflected in user reviews, right? Like on Trustpilot versus forums.
Absolutely, Trustpilot. Lots of praise,
Yeah.
mostly from experienced quants happy they could ditch separate expensive data subscriptions. They love the power.
But the forums.
The forums are where you see the frustration, people wrestling with that debugging cycle, the event-driven model, feeling like they're hitting a wall.
So the verdict really comes down to your background.
Totally. If you're coming from finance and expect something user-friendly, the sources suggest it'll be, quote, criminally frustrating.
Ouch.
But if you're a seasoned software developer who understands this stuff, it's a massive deal. Institutional power in your hands. The free tier lets you try, but you need to budget serious time to climb that curve.
Okay, so wrapping up, QuantConnect looks like one of the most capable platforms out there, maybe the most capable in some ways. Institutional grade speed, incredible data access.
For sure. But that capability is locked behind a pretty significant technical barrier. The skill requirement is high.
It's democratizing the tools, maybe, but not necessarily the skills needed to wield them effectively.
Well put.
So here's the final thought for you to consider. Given that platforms like QuantConnect are bringing this heavy-duty infrastructure down to retail prices, does that mean high-level coding skills essentially become a prerequisite for serious retail algo trading? Or will the pressure eventually force these platforms to simplify things, to truly open the doors wider for the future of finance? Something to chew on until our next deep dive.